Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. Today's date is Monday, November 22nd, 2021. So this will have covered the week of the 15th through the 21st of 2021. This was not a very productive week, mostly my fault, actually like 99.9% my fault for not really making the time needed to play games like I wanted to. But to be honest, this is actually the best my social life and such has been, as well as probably my mood, in quite a while. So honestly, I'm doing pretty well. I'm happier IRL, so yeah, that's a good... I would say that that is definitely a victory, even if it means I get to play a little bit less than I would have liked to. But that's okay, because soon enough, most of those distractions will be out of the way, because this coming week is the last football game of the season. It's not even a home game, so I won't really have anything to focus on during weekends. So after this coming week, we shouldn't have too much to worry about anymore for a while in terms of interruptions for streams and gaming and all that kind of stuff. Now, I will talk about plans for this coming week, though, because they are going to be just a little bit different. But after that, things should be fully back to normal. A couple streams a week, more than enough time to play games and work on a few of the older multiplayer games and such. But as for actual trophy progress this week, let's see, we got the Platinum Trophy last week, as I thought. So I didn't make too much progress here. However, I did complete Mesozoico on Mastery Level 3. So this one, it wasn't terrible, honestly. Like, there's a really good strategy you can use. It's actually in the guide on PSN Profiles. There's a real good strategy, and I'm sure that other people have pointed out as well, but you use the Supremo that gives you way more health and like a way faster run speed. You use that one for the entirety of the getting the battery back to the starting area. So you do that, and then when you get back to the starting area, you switch to the Triador, which is the one that gives you that really, really unique special ability where when you activate it, it makes one of those particular guns. I can't remember which one it's called. I want to say it's the La Verita. It's like a cylindrical rifle that has, I think, 9 shots in it. And it turns it into this crazy, like, wonder weapon that will point out and shoot enemies through walls. That is really the best and, yeah, definitely the best way to do these operations at the end without having to step out in the sunlight and risk the battery overheating, as the battery still overheats way too fast. I still say that part of it is completely unbalanced. The battery should not overheat quite as fast as it does, and there should be fewer... Well, I say that, but there actually are fewer flame and explosive enemies on Mastery Level 3 than there were in some of the other ones. It's just more Special Forces soldiers, which isn't really that bad of an issue because the flame and the explosions are way more dangerous in terms of the battery overheating. Because if you play on story difficulty, you probably aren't going to die unless you're just diving for a water source or something, and that's what ends up killing you. So most of the time, your issues are going to be coming from the battery overheating, honestly. So I got through that within a couple of tries. So, finished all of that. Then, as for Masio, I have finished Mastery Level 2. I have not yet finished Mastery Level 3. I haven't tried it yet. This one was really annoying right at the end because there's a tank and you can't destroy the tanks with EMP grenades. You can only disable them, so you have to go down and hijack them, which is more difficult than it should be because you have to stand out in the sunlight and there's no water sources down there. So I might have to switch up my loadout a little bit when we get to that part. Maybe switch over to a rocket launcher or something, because I think you can switch on the fly to some degree. If I do that, though, I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. I recommend for weapons that you use the La Verita, or whatever it's called, the cylindrical rifle, the special rifle. I'm 99% sure it's the one you get for finishing the Triada Blessings side quest. So you got that one. Then I would recommend you have the grenade launcher as with the EMP rounds as one of your weapons, just because it's very, very good. It will knock out helicopters in a single shot, and it will disable tanks and other vehicles even if it doesn't blow them up. As for your other two weapons, it sort of comes down to what you like the best. I've got an assault rifle equipped. Some of the guides will say there's certain SMGs you're supposed to use, but they get constantly changed, buffed, nerfed, etc., so I don't necessarily know what the best option is at this point in time. As for sidearm, that can really be anything you want. The guide recommends a Desert Eagle, and that's actually what I have been using because it can one-shot with headshots, and you can still suppress it, so it still can be fairly effective. So Masio, I still have to complete one more time on Mastery Level 3. I will definitely be able to clear both of these this week unless other stuff comes up. As for Cocodrillo, this one I've only finished on Mastery Level 1. I have not done Mastery Level 2 or 3, but I think it's going to be a lot easier now that I'm on Story difficulty and now that I have a strategy. Because on Mastery Level 2, you have to kill about 50 enemies during the final defensive portion. I think you have to kill like 75 on Mastery Level 3, which is a little bit absurd. Then for this DLC, I still don't understand how this one has 0.1%. I guess it's someone, maybe like a tester or something, or a developer, because this one is not out at the time this is being recorded. I think it comes out sometime at the end of November or early December, though, so that's the 5th one. This one I've already finished on Mastery Level 1. This one's actually really easy. I gotta say, like, this one's noticeably easier than the other ones, because there's a very easy path to get back with the battery, and the actual defensive portion is pretty simple because you have an elevated position where you can just stand in water the whole time. So that one doesn't seem like it's going to be too bad. Then there is the Boss Insanity DLC, which I unfortunately did not have time to play, but according to the Power Picks guide, it's not particularly hard. It's like around a 3 out of 10. Because you have to escape Boss's mind, which is story-related. This one's going to come naturally on Mastery or Mind Level 5, which is the only slightly difficult trophy in it. Then there's just a bunch of grindy trophies and collectible trophies, pretty much. So I don't think it's going to be that hard. I just haven't had the time to do it yet. I've just been, like I said, I was super busy this week with real-life stuff, so yeah. Anyway, as for the other game we were working on, it is Aliens Colonial Marines. Let's see, we didn't do any of the campaign this week except for some of the campaign challenges. So what else is in here? Because I think that those guys played it a little bit more than I did, so they actually made some more progress than I did, which is good. So that means that now that they've knocked theirs out, we can just hopefully speed run through mine and make things go a little bit faster. But this is one trophy I got this week for giving 2 enemies at once, because I think it was one of the challenges or something. It's not too difficult to do. I probably did it in the battle for Sulaco, where you have all the human enemies. Then, let's see, rank 20 as a Marine. I think that was last week, so I think I already had that one done. Those are collectibles. Already knew about those and the challenges. We've cleared about, or I've cleared like a third of the challenges, maybe a little bit more than a third, but this is, of course... This one right here is, of course, the sort of platinum breaker for a lot of people. Then I managed to knock out these 2 online trophies. Well, actually, I already had the Revive one, and it looks like I must have already had this one. So, yeah, I guess I got that one on Sunday of last week. Let's see, editing loadouts. I already had those done. Fully upgrade every slot for a weapon. That one's just going to require you to have some of those armory commendation tickets. Same thing for this one, upgrade every appearance slot. You also have to reach like a certain level as the Marine to be able to do that. I'd already done the Xenomorph. Purchase all the upgrades for a weapon. Once again, it just requires some commendations, and it looks like I got both of those around the same time, actually. Surprised I don't have that one done yet. I'm probably pretty close, though. Then, let's see, did the Vent one, did the Sentry, no, did that one. Okay, so this one, I'm shocked that I didn't already have this one, because it's extremely easy and should come naturally for most players. So, yeah, don't worry about that one too much. And then anything else that I have completed? I already had the Facehugger ones. Yep, okay, so that's all I've done this week in Aliens Colonial Marines. We've been working on the challenges, though. The one thing, though, that's annoying about the challenges, like I mentioned last week, is that for some stupid reason, you can only work on the challenges in the order that they appear on the list. You can't do them out of order, which is really, really dumb. I just wish that that was different, because it just makes everything take way too long and has to jump between the campaign and the multiplayer a lot. But most of the challenges aren't too difficult when you boost. So, we're going to go ahead and sync up our trophy list. Like I said, this is going to be a fairly short update. Level 746, 74%, 21,552 total trophies, 550 platinums, 3,328 golds, 5,768 silvers, 11,906 bronzes. So, what are the plans for this upcoming week? Definitely going to work on Aliens a couple of times this week, Monday and Tuesday. That is my absolute #1 priority. Rest of the week, though, will be Far Cry 6 will be my main goal, to try to knock out the rest of that multiplayer stuff, or the rest of those operations, I mean. Shouldn't be too difficult. Well, I say that. I don't know if it will be or not, because I haven't done anything in co-op yet. I feel like it would be a lot easier in co-op, but I'm making decent progress on them to where I should at least be able to finish that easier operation, and probably will be able to finish Masio, and hopefully we'll be able to make some progress on the other one. I do anticipate, though, that Far Cry 6 is going to get more DLCs. I mean, we know that it's going to get 2 more for the Season Pass. We know that there's going to be 3 crossover missions, as well as 1 more special operation that isn't tied into any of the trophies currently on the list. So it's possible we will get multiple additional DLCs. Not to mention, along with all of that, that there will probably be some sort of New Game Plus DLC that gets added in later, the way that Far Cry 5 and most other games these days do. So we will have to see on that. But otherwise, I'd like to knock out a couple of easy platinums this week for sure. But also, like I said, this is going to be sort of my last busy week in a sense, because all I have is, I don't really have much to do with work this week, because I'm actually going to be leaving on Wednesday to go home for Thanksgiving, something I didn't think I was going to get to do. So yeah, I'm headed home for Thanksgiving. That's going to be nice, because I haven't seen a bunch of my family since like May. So yeah, I've seen my parents and one of my dogs since May, but not both of the dogs or the rest of the family. So I will get to go home for Thanksgiving. Very excited for that. First time, like I said, in like 6 months. So that's going to be lots of fun, lots of good food. But of course, as you guys know, at my home, the internet is not good. So yeah, that's going to mean very limited video uploads. It'll probably be limited to a few shorter videos over that time period. So maybe a few short videos and no streams. And I'll try to play when I get the chance. I should have plenty of time to play some games, and I'll bring my recording equipment. So at least we'll have that, and hopefully get a few platinum trophies knocked out, like I said. But we'll have to see exactly what the time schedule and internet permits me to do. So currently, my plans right now moving forward are still for November, continue working on Aliens, as well as Far Cry 6 and Battlefield 5. Once I get to, a couple more platinums done. Maybe I'll try to finish Battlefield 5 this week as well. So try to knock out like 5 platinums this week or something. In December, maybe go back to Division 1, hopefully start Division 2 in Battlefield 1943, and hopefully go back to GTA 5 at some point for all that online stuff. January, jump into Black Ops 3, maybe Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, or maybe that'll be at a different point in time. Also, the next Gamefly game I'm getting is actually the Goosebumps game, so I can run through that one hopefully within like a couple of days and knock out that idiotic, whatever it's called, New Game Plus. Not even New Game Plus, just Ultra Hard Mode trophy. I still can't understand that one. But, it would be nice to get that one done and, have another Platinum trophy, well, 100% on a game that should never have had DLC. So at least I could get that off my list and get the completion up a little bit. So yeah, that's my current goals for the next couple of months as we finish out what is left of 2021. Yeah, that is going to be it, guys. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. Like I said, there probably won't be too much content, no streams or anything this coming week, but I should be able to make some decent trophy progress when I go home, because I'll bring my PS4. I may bring my Switch, but I don't know yet. And I will definitely be able to knock out a few platinum trophies. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video, guys, and I will see you later this week for a few more videos, and then next week we should be able to go full steam ahead back to the old streaming schedule and such.